I'm ready.
Okay. So, how would you describe family, and is it something you can really put into words?
Family has always been a weird word for me. Weird has a negative connotation, but family, I knew at a young age, wasn't defined by blood. I am obviously adopted, and so my parents told me at a very young age that I came from my mom's heart and not from her belly, so I didn't come from her blood. Family is more of a unit of people who can come together and love on each other and be there for each other, and it doesn't have to mean that you have the same DNA or you come from the same background. And that was something that was really unique to my upbringing, and something I understood at a really young age, which I think is pretty cool.
So, what was it like growing up with adopted parents, and did you ever wonder the what ifs, or was it ever something hard to explain to other people?
Yeah. So as I said before, my parents really were so good at explaining to me. I didn't have one of those moments where they sat me down. They're like, "By the way, you're adopted." I can't even remember the first time they told me. But at a very young age, I vocalized to them I want to know my birth mom. And some adoptive kids don't want to know their biological family, but I, at a young age, would always be like, "What's her name? What did she look like? Um, do I look like her?" kind of thing. Yeah, it didn't start getting a little complex for me until I was probably about 13 or 14, my teen years. And I have a closed adoption, so that means that I had no contact with my birth mother.
When you kind of started this journey, what kind of was running through your head, when you started to reach out to your social worker and stuff like that?
So originally, I thought I could be 18. So it was always in my head, on my 18th birthday, I'm gonna give her a call, they're gonna direct me to her, and I'm gonna hit her with the, I'm your daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the best thing in the world, and you missed out on so much. I was very determined, that's how it was gonna be. And my 18th birthday came along, I had just graduated high school, and I, suddenly wasn't ready, which was really weird. And so I came to UConn, and it was probably, I turned 18 in June 2016. And by November 2016, I remember calling my parents in my dorm room and being like, "Mom, Dad, do you still have my social worker's name? I think I'm ready." And they were a little nervous. I had just gone through a breakup, and they were like, "I don't know if you're emotionally ready for this." They have always been incredibly supportive of my journey. But they were kind of they knew my adoption was such a big part of my life, and opening this door would be one I could never take back, because I didn't know what would be on the other side of that door. Would she not want to meet me? Would my family members have a lot of issues? And all these things were going through my head, and I just was very I have to do this. And I called my social worker, and she told me that I had to be 21. On October 2nd, I got a call from her around 12:30, and I was about to go to a doctor's appointment, and her name came up and my heart stopped, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna tell me my birth mom wants to meet me." I knew in my heart that my birth mom would want to meet me. And she got on the phone, and she kind of did that social worker thing and was like, "Hey, you and I have been talking a lot the last 3 years. What is worst case scenario for you with this situation?" And I said, honestly, worst case scenario is that she died, because that would mean I would never know how she felt about me. And if she was alive and she didn't want to meet me, I could be angry at her, and that could be my closure. But if she died, I would never get closure with my adoption, and that was something I wanted so badly. And she was like, "I'm so sorry." In September 2016, she died. And I was standing right here in my kitchen, and I didn't know what to do. And I told her, I need a minute. And she was like, "I'm so sorry. And I'm going to try to contact your family and see what we can do from there." It wasn't long that I found an obituary for Denise Cushing, who had 2 sons, Chris and Cal, and died of breast cancer. And I was like, this is her. And I called my social worker back and I asked her if that was her name. And she was like, that didn't take you long. And yes, it is. And she said that because I was the one who found her obituary, I now legally have access to everything and I don't have to go through the court system to contact my brothers. 4 days later, I wrote handwritten letters to my brothers and I told them, like, my name's Katie and your mom gave birth to me on June 5th, 1998, and if you want to have a relationship with me, please give me a call, give me an email. That was where that journey began. Within another couple days, my oldest brother, Chris, he's 32, he shot me an email and was like, oh my God, like, I didn't know you existed and I want a relationship with you. I would love to meet you. A day after that, I got a call from my birth mother's aunt. Her sister, so my aunt, her older sister, Lisa. And then 2 days after that, I got a text from my brother, Cal, and he was like, he's 23, and he's like, I'm a Marine, so I'm on base in North Carolina, but can I call you? I'm personally a very spiritual person, and they said she was the same, and I just believe that somehow, some way, I will be able to thank her someday, and that's something I really hold on to. But for now, my family members have given me some of her ashes that I wear in this necklace. I have some of her notebooks, just things that she would jot down, and a bracelet of hers. So as time has passed, I've gotten to know her more through them, which has been an incredible process. And again, it wasn't how I thought my adoption story was going to be written, but I also know that this was out of my control, and I think God protected me in a way from a lot of these things, because if I had contacted her on my 18th birthday, she would have only been 2 months away from dying, and I think that would have been more traumatic to meet her and have her quickly deteriorate and then find out all of her secrets afterwards. So I think the timing of it, my biological family has had years to heal from her stuff and her passing, and I've had time to ready myself to be in this chapter of my life. And it's been an incredible one. It's been something, it was unexpected, but I think the best things in life are unexpected.